You're right, guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something very different. I've got Alana behind the camera. She's my camera woman.
Hello.
Say hello, Alana.
Hello, Alana.
Right, today we're going to be talking about the NOCO Boost XL, and it's the GB50 version. Basically,
Got your in that and everything.
oh, good times. Basically, I'll give you a quick run through, but they have different versions of this NOCO. They have GB50, GB40, GB30, GB20 and upwards and stuff like that. We've gone for this one, which I think on the box it starts, of course it's not going to tell me, I'll put it on screen, but it's like a 4.5 litre,
Put it just here.
4.5 litre diesel and 7 litre petrol or something like that. But yeah, we've actually brought it for our Freelander 2, but the Freelander 2 doesn't have a dead battery, so obviously we can't do it on that because it's not really a fair test. But we have got this Mini Cooper S R53 that is totally dead. Just to talk about this quickly, we're not sponsored by them or anything like that. We've not been giving it for free, so I can tell you the pros and cons of it. Basically, the pros are it's very small, lightweight, not too heavy. Stash it in your car, you get a nice carrier bag. It's IP65 rated or something like that, which basically means it's splash proof, not waterproof. You also have a USB, if I can get Alana to pan into this bit, USB out and a USB in. Basically, you charge it on the USB in with the USB cable that's supplied. You can do it on Siggy lighter, basically anything that accepts a USB, even your laptop if you really need to. And then this is the other reason why we've got this, because we were going to buy, what was the other thing? Jackery. We were going to buy Jackery, and we might do in the future. But anyway, we've brought this instead because this charges USB devices like phones and stuff like that. So while it's not being used for jump starting cars, we can use it for camping, for like charging phones and devices, GoPros, that sort of thing. So yeah, but obviously when you charge things like GoPros and that, you take a lot out of the battery. So obviously it's then not so good for jump starting a car. So it's kind of one or the other. But yeah, we're going to have this stashed away in a car in case anything comes up. But we're going to give it a start today. I'm going to jump to Scott in the past, who's going to tell you all about how dead this car is. You're right, everyone, it's Scott in the past. Just to give you an idea of just how dead this battery actually is, I'm going to connect it up to our cheap charger. And although I do say this is a cheap charger, it is powerful enough to charge these batteries, because we used to use it for the previous battery, which degraded, wouldn't hold its charge, so we kept having to top it up with this charger. Anyway, I'm going to connect this charger up, and first of all I'll show you the display. And I know it's a bit blurred on the display, but as you can see it says 0.0 volts, which basically says it's ready to be connected. So red on the plus, if I can hold on to this black clip, black on the negative. Instantly it comes up with error, which I'm going to guess is error. So I'm going to guess this battery no longer identifies as a battery. Just take the clips off, negative off, positive, back to 0.0 volts. We'll give it one more try, just to make sure it's not a fluke. Red, error. So yeah, that's how dead this battery is. I don't think it identifies as a battery to this charger. So I'm going to hand it back over to Scott in the future, where hopefully he can get the Mini started. Thank you very much to Scott in the past. Right, we're going to see what happens here. So first of all, you get your two crocodile clips with this connector thingy that has a little cover over it. Pull out the 12 volt out like that, and then these cables are all spark proof and everything. One of the downsides to this, when I was actually looking into it, is there is a warranty on it, and they make a big song and dance about the warranty, but the warranty doesn't cover the battery, the lithium battery inside, which a lot of people say does go wrong. So that's a bit of a downer with this.
Could a downside also be the length of the actual cables? Because they're quite short. I know you don't need a long cable because you're going to have it next to the battery, but maybe a downside?
Yeah, potentially. I was going to say, if you've got an awkward to reach battery, or whether, like on this car, the negative side that on the front of the car, because it has a jump starting point at the start of the car, is quite far away from the positive jump in terminal. So that could potentially be an issue.
Same as on the Freelander, because the battery's quite high up into the bonnet, maybe.
I was going to say potentially. And the other side, the other con is that they make a big deal about being American and all that. It's only actually designed in America. It's produced somewhere else in the country. Other countries produce it. So yeah, it's one of them downsides that it's a bit of a shame they market it as an American product and it not actually is. But anyway, plug this in, so you got a little arrow just on there.
Oh, I cut your head off. Sorry.
That's fine, you can cut my head off. Just plug it into there like so.
Shove it in the hole.
Shove it in the hole. Put it in the back of the boot.
Not the front of the boot.
Not the front of the boot.
Don't get them the wrong way round.
No.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Well, positive then negative. These apparently are spark proof cables. So, but to be fair with how dead this is, I'm going to connect it up first and then turn the unit on. So let's see what happens. If I can get all this crocodile clip properly.
I can imagine they're stiff when they're new, aren't they?
They are very stiff, and it's also because the leads aren't very long.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I said it was a downside.
Positive onto the positive. Make sure that's on. God, made me jump.
Nervous wreck.
Stay there.
This is coming from the man that absolutely hates doing anything to do with a battery.
Yeah.
To the point that he used to always get me to just like disconnect the terminals.
But yeah, positive on the positive, negative on the negative. Going to turn the unit on. This will be the interesting part.
Don't be so negative.
You're so funny.
Here I am.
This white light should eventually come on if...
Can't really see the lights on the camera, but just imagine that there's going to be a light there.
Yeah, you've got state of charge just here, and it's obviously on green.
That's for the unit, not for the battery.
This white light should come on, but I'm guessing this battery is so dead it don't identify as a battery anymore, like I would have said in previous, Scott.
It identifies as a block.
We'll just leave it for a bit in case it comes on, and what we'll do, we'll cut the footage here, we'll get Alana to go into the front of the car and just see what happens. I don't think it's going to start, first of all. I think we're going to need to use the manual override option, which is this button here. But one word of caution with this: if you do use this button, make sure your connectors are on the right connector, because once you press that button, it disables all the safety features. So at the moment, there's safety features that stop you putting these clamps on the wrong terminals, that sort of thing. That all turns off when you press that button, so just be careful with that. Alana's now in the front of the car. She's going to turn the ignition on, but I don't have any hope at the moment.
Let's see what happens.
I'm expecting it to still be dead.
Well, I've got no lights on the dash.
No, nothing.
No, there's no lights on the dash or nothing.
Right.
So
let me.
I take it you don't want me to try and turn it over.
No, I was going to say, if you turn it off.
Off, key
right.
out.
I'm going to take this negative clamp off and put it back on again, in case it's because I put it on. That on like that. Make sure that's on the terminal. Right, so I'm going to push this override button, which should hopefully shove a load of charge in it. Ready? So, oh no, I need to press and hold it for 3 seconds. Hopefully nothing goes bang. Right, we have power.
Oh wow, that's weird. You literally just hear the car go.
Right, so hopefully now...
that's got to be an interesting sight. The little light that comes on the end of the stalk just is flashing.
Yep, so hopefully...
A mobiliser.
Now, yeah, I was going to say, put the keys in. Hopefully now we should be good to go.
There you go, there's lights on the dash now.
We have life.
There is life.
So fingers crossed.
Let's try and turn it over.
Yep, give it a turn over.
Why does the radio come on?
I was going to say, make sure all that's turned off before...
That hasn't been turned on for a long time.
I guess it's because it's so reset.
How bizarre. Right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
There you go. And to give you some idea, people,
that's quite impressive.
I'm just going to take these clamps off now. So negative one off first, and then hold that to one side. Sorry for my dodgy filming. Positive one off. So now that's running. I did a little fall over. That's now running entirely on just the battery. Yeah, that's how good the NOCO is. That battery was properly dead, like probably under 2 volts dead.
As in it hasn't been used for...
Yeah, this car hasn't been used for a very long period of time.
For maybe 4 or 5 months.
I'm just gonna, what I'll do is I'll turn the NOCO off. So press the off button, I'll turn it on again. Let's see how much battery it's still got in it. Well, it's still reporting a full battery, to give you some idea. So if this car didn't start first time, then it'd still be able to jump again. But yeah, how do you rate your experience with the NOCO?
I'm actually quite shocked because I didn't think that was going to work.
No, I wasn't 100% sure, but when I pressed the override button, suddenly everything burst into life.
That's quite impressive.
That's quite impressive. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave the car idling to put a bit of charge back in the battery. If worse comes to worse, when we do eventually come to using the car, we'll just jump it again. Lack
of petrol's more of an issue now.
But what I'll do now, people, let me turn the camera around because my camera woman has disappeared. Here she comes.
I'm back.
if you enjoyed this video, feel free to stop watching it now.
Sorry, I've just cut your head off because I wasn't looking.
I'm used to it, but basically I've done like an unboxing type of video for this, so if you want to hang around for the unboxing part, feel free to stop for that. But if you just wanted to watch the action, because I thought I'd do it this way around, because everyone just wants to see it start the car more than anything else, so I've done it kind of roundabout face. So if you want to watch the unboxing, stay put for that. If you don't, then thank you very much for watching, much appreciated, and we'll catch you in the next video. Feel free to splat the camera, Alana.
And you forgot to say and hit the like button down below.
Hit the like button if you've not already gone. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that jazz.
All the fun stuff.
Yep. So say goodbye, Alana.
Goodbye, Alana.
And splat the camera.
Splat the camera. Oh,
you left a gap.
I left a gap. No gap now.
If you're still staying tuned to this video, let's get this all unboxed. As you can see, pretty environmental friendly packaging, I think you could say. Nice cardboard, nothing too fancy. I always appreciate it when they don't go over the top with fanciness. By the way, I've nicked Skittles' corn mat, so hopefully she won't mind. She'll probably even come and join us, in fact. She's currently feeding her face right now. But yeah, quite environmentally friendly packaging. I haven't opened this up at all, even though you would have already seen the outcome to the video. Inside the box, let me see. You get a box inside the box. So let's put that to... see if I can angle it like that. So it looks pretty on video. There you go. Yeah, then it's covered in plastic, so not quite so environmentally friendly. But yeah, nice box, nice design. I won't go on about it too much. Right, so let's get this plastic off, hopefully, using the power of nails, maybe. Yeah. I do find it a bit strange when companies like put environmentally packaging around things, and then they stick this plasticky stuff all around it. I don't see the need myself. Don't know about you guys. Don't really add anything to me. Alright, let's put that to one side. I'm going to guess this opens at the top. I never get these right and end up ripping the boxes, and I try so hard not to rip the boxes, but it just ends up happening. Let me just pull in random places. Oh, told you. Literally insta rip. Ah, so this is a sleeve. So, have I got this upside down? Yes. So that comes off, and then that reveals the NOCO Boost XL. Yet again, try and get this out. Good tight fitment, stops it from bouncing around. I just want to, I do like this soft stuff, whether or not it's biodegradable or anything, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the product that I'm sure you want to see. Hopefully you can see some of this. I've randomly angled the Progo, so yeah, hopefully you get a look at some of this. Yeah, about 2 hands big, as you can see, so pretty good. What else have we got in here? We have a little divider, just a little, yeah, divvy up divider, foam packaging, more foamy stuff. Put that to one side. And then that's where we find all the gubbins inside the box. So we have, take out this nice little NOCO bag. Hopefully you can see that, to put the charger in once it's done for, to keep it safe and protected. Nice feeling bag, actually, quite like that. Little tag, since 1914, older than me. There ain't much that's older than me sometimes with how I feel. Hey. And then we have the 2 crocodile clips with a bit of plastic separating them. So let's get that plastic out. More plastic, yay. Can they not just stuck a bit of cardboard in there? You know, a bit more cost effective than anything. Quite a lot of tension there to part them. Red, nothing too fancy. And then you got the plug on the other end. Guessing that pulls out. Then you have 2 doobers just there, because I'm going to guess that that then comes out. Pull, and this then goes into there, and then that makes up the jump pack with the leads and everything. So at least then when you're not using it, oh, knock everything flying, you can take that out of there. Skittles is coming to join us now. Where are you fitting into all this? Put that into there. I think this is to some degree purposes waterproof, splash proof, not sure which, but it has all the bungs and everything, so I'm guessing there's a bit of waterproofness. You are getting hit by the Skittles and she is going to take up all the picture. Doing a little video here, Skits, so if you wouldn't mind just doing a little vacate, thank you very much. And she'll come back in about 3 seconds. You watch. Here she is again. What can I steal? Let me just actually put that to one side so she don't run away with it. So we've got that. Put that there. What else have we got? Little ciggy lighter adapter thingy. I won't get it out of its packaging for now. But yeah, to charge it, I'm going to guess, stick that in your ciggy lighter. And then USB lead. Oh, you sniffing around, see what it is. Good job. And then USB lead. So I believe USB A, I think they call that, the biggie one. That's pretty much defunct now because nothing runs on USB A. It feels like everything's USB C. And then I believe that might be mini USB. I don't think that's USB C. That might be mini USB, which I'm a bit surprised about because everything's USB C, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's not USB C, because USB C is pretty much just oval. If I can get my words out. And what else we got? Oh, we've got the absolute book of books, all the important information in multiple different languages. So yeah, that is everything in there. So one empty box. As you can see, Skittles' nose appearing in frame every now and again. But yeah, that is the unboxing video. The jump pack, lead, ciggy lighter, book, USB lead to charge it up, and yeah, job's a good one. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've stayed for this part, much appreciated. I've probably already said this stuff, but in case I haven't, feel free to like, comment and subscribe and all that jazz. Hit the like button, that would be really appreciated. Skits wants her cool mat back, so I'm going to vacate myself from it so she can enjoy a bit of coolness on this rather hot day. And we will catch you in the next video. Well, not me and Skittles, me and Alana will catch you in the next video. Right, okay, bye. Buff.